you coronavirus stay-at-home people who need some color in their life. I'm going to show you what you can do with a, oh, a birdie just hit our window. He flew away, so he's okay. A grocery store bouquet that you could pick up at the grocery store on your next run for essentials, not just go run and get one, just for essentials. Grab yourself a bouquet that you can take apart, grab your favorite container, and then you can go into your yard and do some scavenging of other things to add to it. So you fill it up with some hot water with the chicken wire inside so that the chicken wire holds all of your stems. So I am going to cut open this bouquet and take the rubber band off. And then I'm just gonna break it up. And I got this, for those of you that follow me on my personal account, you probably know that we've got a chicken that's living in the house. This is the top of the crate that the chicken's in, and I'm using that as my trash can for now. So if you see me throwing things on the floor, it's because I kinda am. So I'm gonna take this all apart for you, or for me, I should say, because I'm gonna fix it all up. And we are going to just kind of separate things out real quick. All right, so I got them all separated out. Didn't think you guys wanted to sit and watch that for a while. I've got my gin and tonic ready. Gin and diet tonic water ready, because you know, every calorie counts. And I've got all my stuff that I foraged in my yard. And I've got Caden over here who thinks he's helping. Are you helping? Yeah, okay. So, this is what quarantine's all about. You kind of do it together, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with some of the salal that I got out of the yard. And I'm going to clip it to how I would like to have it sit in my container. And then you'll see how the chicken wire holds that together. You just place it in there like that, and you just let that come over the side. So I'm going to start with a little base of the greenery and get that going, and then you guys can come back and see the next step here in a little bit. All right, so I've got some greenery put in here already, and now I'm going to start with some of the taller pieces to give the arrangement kind of a little bit of form. I kind of want this one to be a little funky and a little more natural looking than a typical flower arrangement. So I'm going to take the forsythia that I have in the backyard here, and I'm going to stick that into the chicken wire and kind of give it a little bit of height so it sticks out one side. And then I'm going to take this piece, trim that off, and I'm going to have that one kind of come down a little bit so you can kind of have it, see it has kind of an L shape going on here. Then I'm going to take one of our main floral focus flowers, which is from our tulip magnolia out back. I'm going to trim that just a little bit. I'm going to stick that kind of right here in the center where everybody can see how beautiful that is. And this is going to open up inside of this, in this water. It's just going to bloom out, and it's going to be gorgeous. Then I have got some Dusty Miller that I had that really needed to be trimmed. You can see all that is kind of gross. We don't want those pieces. But what's funny is I kind of like the look of this one, even though it's not the way the Dusty Miller is supposed to look. I think it's still going to be pretty in here. It's kind of a pretty tone, and I'm going to just kind of layer that. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm going to layer that in there. Find a couple more pieces, bigger pieces, because this is kind of a bigger. And you see, this is why you fill it up with the water so that you have these shorter stems. You can get those in there okay. I'm going to take kind of a bigger piece of this Dusty Miller, and then I'm going to pull all these guys off because they're either half dead or half eaten, kind of gross. I'm going to take those, and I love the contrast of this kind of gray color up against that green. Isn't that pretty? Now I'm going to take some of the flowers from the bouquet, and usually when you get a bouquet, sometimes people grab them, put them back, grab them, put them back. these flower petals on the outside can get kind of bruised, and this one's got kind of a spot here. I'm just gonna take that, and we're just gonna pull that right off. And this one too, we're gonna pull that right off. Get those petals. And this will open up nicely also, and I'm gonna stick this guy, I want him a little taller also. So I'm gonna cut his stem at an angle, like that, and then we're gonna stick him right up here, kind of flowing out with that forsythia. Then I'm gonna grab another, oh, he fell. That'll happen. Sometimes you just gotta manipulate them and get them right where you want them. Okay, now I'm gonna take another rose and do the same thing. Take those petals off, and then I'm gonna work what I have left on the table here. I've got some really pretty flowers from the bouquet, a couple of things from my yard, and I'm gonna start just kind of filling things in, and I'll see you in just a minute. I picked some of these muscari from the neighbor's yard. Shh, we won't tell her. She's not home. So Ashley, if you're watching this, you can't tell Barbara, okay? So I'm gonna stick a couple of these in here in a little grouping so they have a little bit more of a pow when you see that purple, okay? And they do have shorter stems, so you kind of need to put them down a little bit lower so they do get into that water, and just let them hang over the side and let them have a little bit of fun hanging over the edge here. Get this one this side. Usually when I do a flower arrangement, I have it on a Lazy Susan, and I can just take the flower arrangement and spin it around, and I'm able to get to the other side. So this one's a little awkward for me because I don't have my Lazy Susan here with me. But I'll manage. Let's see. All right, get those guys in there. All right, so I'm going to show you something I think will be really fun. I did this to this tulip down here, but I just opened the petals, and it just makes it so pretty. Oh, let me turn it so you can see. If you just open them up, and and tulips continue to grow when they're in water. So these guys will continue to kind of grow out and do their own thing, which is really kind of fun. So what I did is I took the tulip, and I just stuck my fingers, and I took the petals, and I just flipped them over. Just like that.
Them like this?
I flipped them like this.
Oh.
See?
Can I do that?
You want to do that to one? Here,
Yeah.
you can try and do it to this one.
Okay.
Here, try that one.
What do we do first?
What do we do first? You put your fingers right inside here,
Okay.
like your thumbs, and then just take them gently. You have to be super gentle, not so rough, and then flip them out. So there you go. Yeah. See how that opened up like that?
Side?
Yep. On that side too. Good job. And then I'm going to take this guy, and see, here's a tulip and here's a tulip, but they look like two completely different flowers right now. And we'll stick that guy in here. And if you notice, I call all my flowers guys or him. I don't know why. It's just how I do it. And sometimes you gotta work a little harder with that chicken wire.
I'm gonna try to put one in there.
Are you? Okay, where do you want to put it?
I need a chair to see.
A chair, okay. Caden's gonna help now. Let's see. You got it? There you go. Where do you think it needs to go?
I'm gonna.
Oh, let's put it right here.
Oh.
Let's take this guy off though too. Here's one thing we gotta tell the people. You want to tell all the people watching, okay? Take that piece of green off, right?
And the
We'll
other?
take this one right here off. Okay. And you know why we do that?
Why?
Because we don't want the leaf to get into the water because that causes bacteria.
Okay.
Okay, and we don't want bacteria because that'll make our flowers die faster. Good job. So now we're gonna cut it a little,
Yeah.
and now you're gonna put it right in there.
Stick it.
Oh, gently. Just like that. Is it there? Let's see. Let go. Ta-da!
Yeah, let me help again.
Again?
Yeah, right
Okay,
here.
let's see.
Let's put the area right here.
Let's put something right there. How about one of these guys? This is called Veronica. Isn't
Okay.
that pretty?
Yeah. Ooh. I don't know if I got it. Oh
Ta-da! Okay, so we're gonna. I don't know what happened here. Here we go. Let's get it in there. So I want to do the same thing to the magnolia
yeah.
tulip.
Oh, let me do it. when we do
Here,
it.
let's get this here. Let's see. That I did with the tulips.
Okay,
But-
let me do this one.
Let's see. We're gonna leave it just like that. Do you see the difference there? There you go. Perfect. Look it. There. Beautiful. Beautiful. And that is how you do it. I've got these leftover flowers. I think I might play a little bit more with it. And when I'm all said and done, I'll show you the final project.
Oh,
Okay? That beautiful purple magnolia tulip is my husband's favorite. He loves it. Our tree is filled with blooms. People always ask me what type of clippers I use with all of my gardening or my floral work. I always use the Felco clippers. I like the 6 because the Felco 6 because it fits my hand better. I also have a pair of 8s, but I think that that's for a bigger hand. So if you were to order any, I would go with a 6 for a woman's hand, an 8 for a man's. But they work great. You can sharpen the blades, or you can just get replacement blades. And they're easy to take apart and put the new blade on. I love them. But they work great for soft stems and hard stems. So here is my flower arrangement for dinner tonight. I'm gonna put that in the middle of the table. I'll light a candle, have more coronavirus drink, and call it a night. I hope you guys are staying safe and staying healthy and having a good time with your families. All right, we'll see you on the other side.